Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Chapter 3.2, Odds and Probability and Odds. Or as I prefer to think of it, keep calm and may the odds always be in your favor. So, today what we're going to be doing is providing examples of statements of probability and odds found in the fields such as media, biology, and sports. Number two, we're going to explain using examples the relationship between odds, part to part, and probability, part whole. 1.3, we're going to express odds as a probability and vice versa. Pay careful attention to that. You'll find that they love giving you definition questions, odds and probability. Now, 1.4, determine the probability of or the odds for and against an outcome in a situation. And explain using examples how decisions may be based on probability or odds and on subjective judgments. Now, odds in favor is probability of A divided by probability of not A, where P of A is the probability of a favorable outcome, or probability of favorable outcome, and PA prime is probability of unfavorable outcomes. So, what's an example of that? Yes, well that's kind of grim. Let's do something a little less bad. Call it, Aaliyah, call it. Heads or tails? Aaliyah wants heads, and she's got a bear, tails. Okay, so the odds in favor, the probability of favorable outcomes is a half. No, sorry, leave that for the moment. So, if you're flipping a coin, what have you got? Heads or tails? So, what's your favorable outcome? Yes, which would be a head. Oh dear, help me. 1/2, 1 in 2 chance. Probability. Actually, no, sorry. Call that percentage. That'd be the easiest. 50% chance of getting a head, 50% chance of getting a tail. So we could write that as 50% to 50%. Okay? Now, can we simplify that? 50-50. Yes. How would we simplify it? Well, come on guys, what's common to both? All right, come on, math class. 50 and 50. What's the biggest number you can divide into both? 50. So when you divide 50 by 50, what do you get? Yes. So you can write this as a 1-to-1 ratio. So the odds in favor are 1 and 1. Now that's odds, not probability. Now, odds against. These are unfavorable divided by favorable probability. So, let's do a different example. Draw a card. What's the probability of drawing an ace? Well, how many aces are there in a deck? 4. How many cards are not aces? Good. 48 to 4. Now, can I simplify that? Divide by half. Divide in half. Okay, now you can always cheat. Grab Mr. Graphing Calculator and go 48 divided by 4 and math fraction. What does it do? Sorry? 12. Well, it's supposed to go. Oh, so your calculator is not writing the 1 underneath. Poop. Got to be careful of that. So it's 12 to 1. So the odds against getting an ace are 12 to 1. I wouldn't bet my money on it. Maybe your money if you'll give it to me. Now, as an aside, notice down here, this is probability of not an ace equals what? 1 minus probability of an ace. So this is a useful formula to have, to know.
Is that in our?
No, it's not in your blue formula sheet. If you want to get out your blue formula sheet and write it on it, you can. Also, take a moment, get out your purple vocab. If you want to put down this odds against, would that be on your vocab or would that be on your formula sheet? Well, make certain it's written down somewhere. Okay, so Mason, going back to this, probability and odds, keep calm and may the odds be ever in your favor. Provide examples of statements of probability and odds found in fields. So I should pause this.